the executives, the international, my brothers and I, we meet all these types every damn day of the week. Okay. So we're not impressed by that. You know what I mean? It's the guys in the streets that's trying to impress us. And so when I see somebody as genuine as yourself, that's actually doing instead of saying, because people talk all day long. It's acting that I look at.
Yeah, I know.
And you pulled it off. You did wonderful. I loved it. And I want you to repeat that. That's why I'm saying it across the state of Texas through of course, our business. And I want to help promote it too, because that's what I did in the military. I'm a promoter, I'm a marketer. I'm a promoter too. I bring all the blues shows and all of the jazz shows and all of the artists that sing on back. And so I did such a great job. I had like people like Willie Nelson, what's the other country? Patti LaBelle, and then you had some of the other artists like the country artists like Crystal Gale, and then her sister, Loretta King. We did all that stuff. So I worked with our entertainment side of the military, because that's one thing the military will do. They got to keep the sanity and the mental stability of our veterans, especially Jason and Stevens MOS, because see, they're the ones that drive the Marine Corps, and that's what people don't appreciate. We are a fighting force. That's the only reason the Marine Corps is existing. We're here to fight, and we are infantry first and foremost. So these guys are the heroes of this little gang, this little committee, or this little group we got called the Marine Corps. And when they send them out here and say, hey, I need y'all to go fight a boom ball over here and boom ball over there, and Jason or Steven are right in the front, but they make all the movies about what they do. They give the titles to the white boys.
Yep.
Happens. Well, hey, welcome to Wealth is Gangster. I got not the full crew of Shield of Valor Executive Protection, but we got a big piece of the crew in the house tonight. So I appreciate y'all coming on the network. This network here, we do a lot of the community stuff, same thing, but we building this out as a network. I know a lot of people might look at it as a podcast, but we actually building daily shows, reality shows, and all that type of stuff to build this up as a real network. So I appreciate everyone coming on today. I definitely want to start bringing more light to Shield of Valor and what we all do individually and together. And as we say that, I want everybody to introduce themselves, and then we'll let the CEO go take things from there. So, start ladies first. I guess we start with the VP of Finance. Introduce yourself, let people know a little bit about yourself, and we'll go from there.
All right. Thank you very much. And this is a great opportunity for all of us to really do something. And I'm excited. Really now. I'm sorry?
We're talking about Cooley. You're the CFO, who's coming to VP.
Well, I'm Kumi Stevens. I'm the VP of Shield of Valor, VP of Finance for Shield of Valor. I'm a retired Air Force financial manager. And that's who I am.
And how come we're not seeing my little sister? That's what I want to know. That's all I want to know.
Oh, you can't see her?
You said Kool-Aid?
I don't see anybody. I just see you guys.
No, I see she's right there.
Right here.
She's right there. Yeah. Are you on your computer?
I'm on my phone.
I'm on my phone too. She's on her phone.
I can see everybody.
I can see everybody.
I can see everybody on here.
That's all right. She see you.
Okay, I'm good.
Sideways.
I love you, sis. Your little niece over there. Don't worry about it. Okay, now there we go.
Oh, okay. Yeah, see, I don't know all those tricks.
See, Tony, you need to quit. Hey, sis. All right, I'm good now. Okay, go ahead, sis. I was listening.
No, she kicked it off to you. She said, she gave her. Go ahead. You can go ahead.
Okay, all right. Well, my name is Bess Gamble Williams. I am a Choctaw Chief and Native American of Texarkana. Texarkana is a twin city. It has two states, Texarkana, Texas, and Texarkana, Arkansas. So when I say Texarkana, USA, I'm talking about both states. My family comes from much greatness, so you're in the presence of greatness. And we have done in every generation very proudly and left legacies and lots of history in our deep, rich historical anarchy for everything that we've done, not only for ourselves as indigenous tribes here, but and, when they came, the Moors came here and the French Huguenot, they made sure that they left their presence. I'll put it that way. So, but I love being here in Texarkana, and I'm a retired Marine. I did 20 years in the Marine Corps. Prior to that, I started my career in Houston, Texas. All I wanted to do was be a model. And my mom was like, no, 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 no. We can do that, but we got to get your education first. My family's always, they're very religious. And I'm a Kojic, Church of God in Christ. But, they keep a tight rope around you when you're in a tribe like mine. So they watched me. And when I became a model, they made sure that I stayed into my education. So I had to join the military to get my education. And that's the only reason I wanted to join the Marine Corps. And when I got in there, I wanted to stay 4 years, but here I am 20 years later. I decided to stay, and along the way, I became a licensed international private investigator. I thought, because my parents always taught me if there's an opportunity, no matter what it is, you may never use it, but there's an opportunity in education for you to learn, take it. And I did. So, and anybody in the military tell you, we are so multitasked. We have to do so many jobs. We have so many titles that we are certified in, that's just who we are as people and indigenous people in America. So that's who I am as a whole. I'm a leader here, a businesswoman. I have a construction business. I also have a wine business that's overseas in 2 continents, which is going to open up soon. It's going to certainly help our investigative services go further too. And we're here to work with our youth and make sure we give them positive role models. We are CIS, Christians that are indigenous soldiers, and that's what we're going to do. So that's who I am, is Bess Gamble Williams, and I love my brothers, and I'm going to always brag about them. They try to be quieting me down, but I'm not going to quiet down because they are heroes. Thank you.
Thank you for that introduction. All right, I guess y'all keep on going. I mean, I know y'all been here before, but since we introducing ourselves, we're gonna do it.
Steve.
All right. My name is Stephen Pettis II. I'm the COO of Shield of Valor Executive Protection. All right. As mentioned before, a little bit of my background. I was infantry in the Marine Corps. I was an 0351. I dealt with demolitions, the javelin, the small, and pretty much a breacher. I was a combat marksmanship instructor in the Marine Corps as well. And I deployed to 3 different combat zones while I was in the Marine Corps. Shortly after that, I started working at in the private sector, doing private security work, working at the U.S. embassies for the U.S. ambassador in Afghanistan. Was on various different types of contracts. DOD on the Department of Defense and DOS, which is the Department of State. I was on those type of contracts and other contracts as well. So myself and Jason, we were talking about this company since 2015. So once I got back from Afghanistan, I talked to Jason. I was like, hey man, let's go ahead and get our company started. So here we are. We got everything going together. And as you can see, we're building our team. So, it's getting better. So that's a little bit about myself. So I'm gonna turn it over to Jason.
Hoorah!
Right.
All right. Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Jason Lisby. I am the CEO of Shield of Valor Executive Protection. I too am a military veteran that served in 3 branches of the military, but my majority of my military career has been the Marine Corps. I'm 0311, which is infantry, right alongside Steve. I'm an assaultman, and then after that, I'm 0234, which is I am a human intelligence collector. I'm sorry about that. Sorry, everybody. I'm kind of nervous right now, which is a lot. But
you are human.
That's what I was thinking, Tony. I was like, you are human, yes.
Like Steve said, we both served in the Marine Corps, actually, and after we both got in the military, we both went into the private sector, and also he worked for the embassy. I worked for a consulate. We did dignitary and diplomatic security as well. My background is in cybersecurity. I'm an informational network technology security specialist, as well as a counterintelligence threat analyst, as well as certified. And also, I am a private investigator as well as a human traffic investigator. And this is who we are as Shield of Valor. We've collectively brought our skill sets together to build a company that is not only formidable, but also caring, filled with integrity, and mission-oriented and driven. So, with that being said, I'm going to turn it over to our Mr. Regional Manager to kick off this podcast, since he want to try and throw it on me. And
yeah,
hey,
I mean, all I'm about to do is throw it right back to you. But before I throw it right back to you, before I throw it back right to you, I want to thank all y'all for y'all services and just for what y'all brought to the table and just in life. So I'm used to being. I go into a lot of different rooms. Some of the time I'm the biggest person. Some in this occasion, I'm definitely one of the littlest people in here because of y'all service, y'all background, and what y'all do bring to Shield of Valor and bring to our community. So I want to just say I thank each one of y'all for y'all service. Today we're gonna cover a couple different grounds. That's why I'm gonna throw it back to Jason. But I definitely I definitely want to hear like vision wise. You know what I'm saying? We can start back over. What vision do y'all have? And we can go one by one. Start on Ms. Stevens again. Is your vision for your role, what you do in your day-to-day, or just in general, overall? Because like I said, I have different little businesses. I have a nonprofit. So overall, my vision is to build up a stronger community, build up our youth to be financially stable, stuff like that. So just as far as this company or just in general, what's your vision that you have just in life?
Now, is that for me or for my sister, Kumi?
We're gonna start back off with the VP of Finance.
Okay.
Okay, so my vision for the business is to make sure that everything's straight. So there's no outside entities coming in trying to pick apart what we have, because we're fluid, we're solid with the financial analysis and forensic accounting. Everything's accounted for, and we're good and we're solid. So you can't come after us financially. And also finding ways to save money while we're trying to complete the mission that we have.
And she's great. And she the best.
Appreciate it.
And before you start talking, that's very key because like me and Steve talk about all the time, and I don't really like to just always run to that, but it is what it is. As far as this industry that we're in, we're like the super minority. So like I was telling Steve and Jason last year, we was having these conversations that as we grow, we have to have everything right when it comes to paperwork, when it comes to the finances, because they're going to look for every reason to come after us. So I love what you're saying. Your role is your vision for what you bring, because we definitely going to be in need of that. We have to have everything right above the board and on top of our stuff, because they're going to be looking for any little hole that we got, any little crack that we got, just because this type of skin tone don't normally be in this industry.
Right.
Yep.
You can go ahead, Miss Williams.
Okay, well, I'll jump right on there, and I will say I'm the CFO of the company, and as Chief Financial Officer, not only was I the fiscal chief for Second FSSG Dispersing at the base location in Camp Lejeune, North Carolina, I had over $32 million budget that I had the authority over, and I kept daily. That's the type of money that you deal with when you're in the federal government. In that capacity, I had to go to multiple financial management schools. So having that under my background, you also have a partnership and affiliation with the IRS. The Internal Revenue Reserve is, of course, our sister company, so we all work together. There's where I started teaching my counterparts and my constituents that were then at that time followers of mine and my fans. I had a modeling school. I started a business while I was in the Marine Corps. So all of my followers and my fans and my clients were part of my network, which were in the thousand, because remember, in the military, I already got a captivated audience and I didn't have to pay for any promotions for anything. So whenever we brought artists on base or things like that, marketing wise, that's government money. They pay for it. So I had a great deal and a great time when I was in the military. I'm here like a Lance Corporal, the lowest grade they got, and I'm driving the same damn cars they are, Mercedes Benz. You understand what I'm saying? So I taught financial management, and that's what I still do today. I always want to make sure that our children know how the dollar matters. It does matter. And I want to teach them how to not only budget, but they've got to learn how to budget and finance and balance their finances daily. That's not something that's taught anymore. And that's the first thing I taught my children. How do you calculate interest rate? What is an APR? How do you find out about interest rate? What is this thing called a loan shark? I teach everything. And I've been doing it for years. The thing is that when we teach these type of financial management classes, the white people get a hold of that, and then they'll start these seminars, and it kind of drowns out what we're doing. And that was only because in the beginning, when we started this back in the my daughter is 28 years old, and she was born in 96. And back in 1999, my son was born in 1999. He's 24 years old right now. So I'm telling you, we've been doing this for a long time. It's just not getting out to people like yourself, Tony, and my brothers that's out here. But no. My pedigree, we've always had businesses and we've always owned businesses. You just have to be, as they say, at the right place at the right time. And you definitely have to be a part of the movers and shakers of this country. And it's not in your county. It's on a federal level. It's going to always be on the federal level. And our people are there. You're looking at 3 people that got greatness in their family. The government is run by our people. They can't give up their positions. They might look white, but they can't give up their position. But they are here for us. And so now that they say our sleepers are awakened now, our indigenous tribes, they'll be able to tell you what's going on. We've always known what the dollar is doing and where it is going. And that's why it's important that we keep the dollar in our community. The way you hit, as they say, the white man, we don't believe in color, but you hit the white man is you hit them in their pocket. They understand dollars. And so do we. My family's always owned businesses. Even when they got over here, the Moors came here. We are merchants. We are nobility. We are used to money. That's why it throws me when I see gangsters out here showing their money I'm like, why would you show all your money and let the enemy know where you are to come and kill you? That's stupid. So it tells me you're not used to money. We have to teach our people how to know how to barter with each other and don't let money guide you. These things, these earthly things come and go. We're much higher than that, and we're much smarter. We teach intelligence. I teach fitness. I teach you how to take care of yourself and your family. And most importantly, pride in your tribe. Our elders are respected in this clan, in this tribe. Our elders mean everything to us. Our children follow our guidelines, and they are obedient. I have 2. I can tell you it works, and it still is in effect to this day. So this is greater than just us having a podcast. This is about our humanity and saving our children, our Black children, our minority children, and making this nation know that, no, when you see these women out here tissing their behinds around, that's not who we are. That's who they are planting now to make us look like that trash. That's not who we are. And there are many of me out here. I'm all woman, and I am the chief in the tribe of this nation in Choctaw and Texarkana, and I will be respected. Next.
She has spoken.
All right. Hey, we already know how you roll, Gunny.
Yeah, we already know how you roll.
We get to listen. We don't even want to talk no more. We just, you know what I'm saying?
Right, we did
you got the floor, but yeah, so just like what Gunny said, for one of the reasons why we started this company is especially for the Black American community, and because we are indigenous to this land. This is our land. So it's not just our the Black community, but is we want to protect our people first and foremost. But also the vision for the company is one of the main things we're looking to is human trafficking. And when it comes to human trafficking, that's one of the biggest things that our children, especially in our communities, is it's not on. I won't say necessarily on the spot. I won't say no one cares, but we care. We care for our Black children in our communities and other communities as well and stuff. So the vision for our company is, we're looking to be nationwide and on the international level. So with that said, I'll turn it over to Jason.
You know what? Y'all gonna learn how to talk a little longer. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have to put that. We're gonna have to put that in writing. That everybody at least talk for not a long time now, but everybody say something. Speak from the heart. Let it flow.
One thing we gotta do is find everybody talent, so we know who's the talker on the panel. So if we ever short for words, we can pass it on to the talker.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm sure.
No, but to expound on the constituents in the company, the vision as CEO. This is a legacy for our families. This is not just something as far as competition is concerned. No, there's no competition when you already have greatness in you. So, with that being said, I'm gonna say this, that my vision for this company as head of the company is that we move mission-oriented. We're mission-oriented. We move accordingly as if we were on the battlefield. We attack everything that comes at us as, we complete the mission. Every mission has to be completed, no matter what it is, mission first. But we're also a family-first company, too. So my vision as the CEO is that everybody coming aboard, even down to the janitor, is going to be respected. All right? There will be this is not a dating, this is not a dating source or anything like that. All right? You coming in, you family. Okay, should you, God help us, should you, meet somebody you like or whatever, do that off hours. Do that off hours, not during hours or anything like that, because we have a certain visage that we have to present to the client.
That's it. Yep.
And we want the client to see that, okay, they're professional, they move with integrity.
Absolutely.
They move, they're
Dignity.
trustworthy, they're reliable.
Dignity in class. Mm-hmm.
Dignity in class. So this is what the vision for the company is all around, and even down to the janitor. Steve and I were talking about, and we kind of ran this by Tony as well too, that we want to be able to give our the client, we want to be able to give our employees a bonus every year. We want to give them not just once a year, twice out of the year. Give them a bonus to let them know that, hey, you guys, we appreciate what you're doing.
Yeah.
Because this time on board here, we know it's strenuous. We know if you got a family, if you're getting married, Shield of Valor is there with you.
Yeah.
We're gonna be in there full force. You lose a loved one, we're gonna have a funeral.
Yeah, boss. I like that, boss. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be, family's gonna be there. If
yeah.
You're falling on hard times. Not saying that we're gonna pay all your bills, but not saying we're gonna pay all your bills.
The more you start talking about all that bonuses, you see the VP of Finance start looking at you like, hold on.
I saw her face.
Hold on now.
Wait a minute. But
she said, we need to talk about that before you get to talking about that. Let's have a deep discussion about that.
I know. She said, wait a minute. Let's have a deep discussion on this one. No.
That's my little sister. If I don't catch it, my little sister will.
And she don't say nothing. I'm just great with the facial expressions. I can see everything she's thinking.
You can tell, huh? That's that chalk type. That's a chalk out woman.
Yes.
Church Fest was loud as ever, boy. We all heard it like, okay, all right. No, but no, but
what you doing, Kumi? What you doing, Kumi? Come on,
this later. I know I'm gonna hear this later, and it's gonna be some comedy behind this.
I love it. I love it.
But we will, you know what I'm saying? We want to be able to make sure that our family, the family, and I'm talking about family because this is a legacy we're leaving.
Yes,
for
it
our
is.
family. I'm looking at it as, hey, all the kings of Israel, King of Judah, you know what I'm saying? They left legacies. So Shield of Valor is going to be a legacy.
Yes.
Not only for the Lisbys, not only for the Pettises, not only for the Williams, Johnsons, Stevens, and I'm gonna get on Mr. Clemens about this one too. Well, we know he's at work, so he's excused. But this is a legacy we leaving. You know what I'm saying? And then coming together like this sets the groundwork for what's going to be built. It's already being built, you know what I'm saying? But God first.
God always first.
God first in everything that we're doing.
Yes.
Right.
You know, I know everybody's not religious, and I'm not religious because God don't deal with religion. I'm talking about who is the head of my household, who's the head of who I am as a man of God. All right. And
I'm a believer and I'm a follower of Christ, and Jesus is my Lord and Savior. And I'm telling you, our Christian indigenous soldiers, CIS, that's who we are. When they see that, I'm telling you, so we got to get that patent real soon too. I'm telling you, Tony, we got to do that. We got to do it. So somebody gonna grab it, so we need to go on and get that patent now, bro. I'm telling you.
No, I'm with it. And I love what everybody said. Well, Jason, was you done or you said my bad? Go ahead, continue.
I was still talking, but I was just gonna, you know what I'm saying? Anybody, hey, look, if y'all got something to say, interject. It's not about me. It's not about who's got the floor or anything like that. If you have something that you need to say it. I'm an interactive type of person. That's how I was with my Marines. That's how I was with my soldiers. That's how I was with sailors. That's being a corpsman. My Marines interacted with me all the time. And Lord have mercy, did we have stories, don't we, Steve?
Most definitely, man.
We got some stories. But, hey, but other than that, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, we are, you know what I'm saying, building something that everyone could be proud of. We already know that, hey, it's already going to be under fire. We've been under fire for the last, I don't know how many months right now. I don't know how many months. And that means if you're not under fire, that means you're doing something right.
There you go. There you go. There you go.
So if we sitting up there and we receiving sniper fire, which we did, you know what I'm saying, intelligence, hey, we got the intel on who's shooting at us, you know, from the hip and from a distance or whatnot and trying to be sneaky about it. But we on to you too, so don't even worry about that because we got something for you. All right?
Yeah.
So we were training in these tactics and all the other stuff. So anybody that just, hey, sorry for you on the business end of this proverbial rifle that we have right now because it's not going to be pretty. I feel bad for who's on the business end of this proverbial rifle, which is this company. Hey, so sorry for you.
Yeah. Listen, I love that. I heard rifle. You know me, I went, what?
No feeling for you. We ain't got no feeling for you. Your pockets are about to be short.
Bro, listen, you know I'm a Marine, Dan. I'm a United States Marine. And when you say rifle, gun, hey, that gets my attention. So you said rifle. That's all I heard.
That's dope. And you know, and mine is like definitely a lot different background, you know, because when I met Steven, he was telling me what he did. He was just acting like it was just something little. I'm like, man, this is huge. You know what I'm saying? This is big.
Let me tell you, you are with me. That's what I'm saying. And they act like it's nothing. Like they just went out and had some popcorn. You know what I'm saying? I love you, Tony. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. So I told him that, and you know, me, I'm big into the community aspect, and I'm always talking about building a nation. So my thing about building a nation means we need to be able to feed ourselves, house ourselves, educate ourselves, employ ourselves, and then protect it. So when I met him, I was like, this is the protection part of what we need our own quote unquote police force, even though we're not the police. We have our own version of that where we can police our own people, our own community. And I know executive protection is like the high level protection and all that. But when I came to him, I was like, hey, we need to add this community based version to it. and we can police our own communities and our own businesses and our, stuff like that, and still, go after the big contracts and the high level executive protection. So that was my vision as far as, and as well.
Can
as,
I ask you, where did you meet him, Tony? I know he's told me the story, but I like to hear that story all the time, because when my brothers was telling me how they met you, I hear them, and I hear some spots like they were like, this guy's fantastic. He's in the community. Da, da, da. So your recollection, where was the first time you met Steve or Big Bubba?
I met Steve. We was going back and forth in a pro-black group. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, what?
Yeah,
was it in Vegas? Where was it at? Here?
No,
Texas?
it was just online. No, we was online.
Yeah.
We met each other. Yeah,
Okay.
through our FBA, Foundation of Black American, like online group, and we be posting different stuff in there. And then I see them post about it, and then me, I'm always watching and seeing what us are doing as people. You know what I'm saying? So once I see that, I automatically want to help. And he was like telling me everything that they were going through, how they couldn't get people to come on board because everybody want to get paid right now and this and that. I'm like, hey man, y'all put the service in, y'all got the expertise. I help I don't care how long it take, just because this is a part of what our community needs. I don't need no money or nothing. I just want to be a part of it. So that's how we kind of build. That's how we kind of build.
Really?
Yeah.
That's beautiful. I didn't know. See, he didn't give me that kind of detail. See the big head? You see what I'm saying? My brothers, that's who they are. I love them, but they be missing out on some shiggity. Okay? So thank you for that, because that makes so much. That's beautiful right there. I love that story. See, he wouldn't. I wouldn't have got that out of him. So thank you for that. Thank you so much for that.
Steve real. He's soft spoken too. He don't really say too many words.
Yes, he is. That's why I love him so much, because see, he's exactly like my husband. He's laid back. My husband was laid back. Yeah, baby. But when he knew, when he was after me, he got in fast gear. But then once he got me, he started laying back again.
Yeah, so
and they're like my dad. Choctaw men are usually like that. Choctaw men, they'll kill you in a minute. They will, and they're deadly. So, but he's like my father, and I tell him all the time, he's laid back. And my uncles and they just don't get into no kind of confrontation like that. It's either they're gonna kill. If you want to fight, they're gonna either kill you. Somebody gonna kill one or the other, or it's nothing gonna happen. But they were laid back men, and Steve got that kind of. He's got that temperament. Yeah, he does.
Yeah, fruit snacks coming.
No, go get some real fruit. Nobody want to hear about those fruit snacks. Go get you a bowl of some real fruit, man.
Yeah, I got some too. And matter of fact,
let me get on us about how we eat.
She said, I got some too.
Yeah.
I do.
Oh, sis, get on
I
y'all.
have to make sure that they do.
Oh yeah.
Let me get on us.
And that they eat correctly.
Yay, sis. Thank you, sis. Thank you.
She over there
Get
talking
on
about,
line.
she get on us. She get on us. I was gonna mess with them about the Cheerios. I was gonna mess with them about the Cheerios in the back, but I said I ain't gonna mess with them about the Cheerios today.
Are you kidding me? You eating that? Don't eat that processed food. Why are you eating that stuff, Tony?
I don't. I was gonna mess with him. I see the Cheerios in Jason background.
Jason.
Jason.
Really?
Yeah, I stopped eating
cereal. Jason got some damn Cheerios in his house.
6 years ago, once I seen the documentary on milk.
He got Cheerios in his house. Your uncle got Cheerios in his damn house.
Look, leave me alone.
Do you see this?
Hold on.
Hey,
put some milk and some granola.
Look. That's even worse. What's that?
And that's another thing.
You know what?
No.
Woo!
Okay. Nah, that's cool right there. That's cool.
Trail mix. Yeah. See,
I mean, I don't eat it, but I think that's better than Cheerios.
Look here. I know what I'm doing with my Cheerios. This goes in it. Thank you.
Okay,
you're making it worse then.
Thank you, Tony. Thank you. Thanks.
Mix them all together. Because there's also sodiums in those prepackaged foods as well, which is another thing.
I tell you one thing.
The company as well.
I tell you one thing. I'm losing a lot of weight.
Hold on, Mr. Lisby. We got the young lady talking to you, just speaking over her now. You know what I'm saying?
Look here.
You how about you do this? You talk about Gunny all the time. You do this real quick. So another thing I want to bring to the company or the business is nutrition, right?
Yes.
So everyone, and not just whoever we help, but with ourselves as well. Homegrown food is the best if you can do it. So I like to teach gardening as well, and like all the herbs that are beneficial that you could probably, like dandelion, or they call them weeds, right? We have so many
Yes.
different nutritional values, and herbal remedies can be done with dandelion. But once they found out what dandelion did for us, they called them weeds, and they created poisons to kill the weeds. Those aren't really weeds. That's medicine right there.
Yes.
There's so many things were lost from our ancestors to now, and we need to get back to that.
Yeah.
You don't need all this medicine that the doctors are pushing, big pharma is pushing on you.
Yeah.
There's something natural for everything out there.
That's why I need that ashwagandha, sea moss, and the
You
Sheila
live, there's no excuse for you because you live right where I am. I work at a natural herbal health food store.
See there?
And
See?
I'm
See?
right
No,
here in
no,
front of
no, act like your eyebrows
Tell
itching
it,
now.
tell it, sis. Tell the truth. Tell it,
you. I've
sis.
been there one time. I got everything in that store.
Thank you. There you go.
Yeah.
Yep.
And you can
See what I
see
mean?
some
See what I
fresh
mean?
stuff
Hey,
that
Tony,
I made
see what I mean?
together.
See?
It's not gonna stop.
Hey, she keep us in check.
She be going in.
Nah, hey, I'm with that. And like I said in what I'm speaking, building the nation, that's part of it, being able to feed ourselves. And that's what I mean about when we feed ourselves, that's going to automatically make us more healthy. Because
Already.
I don't eat fast food. I haven't drunk a soda in about 15 years. I haven't ate pork, and like I just cut all that, not because a doctor told me. I just did it. And not even because I'm the super healthiest person. I just did that because I look at life as warfare. You know, from the food to the air to the water to jobs to finances.
You're right.
We at war with this thing.
We really are. We really are.
You know what I'm saying? So
we really are.
It's off just because of that. You know what I'm saying? Just because I know we at war. So I'm with you all the way. You know what I'm saying? I'm with you all the way. That's why I got
uniform. Stuff I have in here is healthy except for the Cheerios.
No. I bet you.
Except for the Cheerios.
Do you see my face? I'm gonna give you a side eye.
Yeah, I already know because I for $1,000 I can open up that refrigerator right now and see something you don't want to be saw.
And you know what? And I know you're gonna win because I'll put that bet too. I'll put the same damn bet. He gonna have all them damn sausages and sugar up in there called a bologna. Have you ever seen a damn thing called a bologna? I don't know a damn animal called a bologna. Have you ever seen a thing called a luncheon meat? I ain't seen them called a luncheon meat, but that's what Jason gonna have. Yeah.
Let me angle us because right now we going in on the CEO and with good love and faith though, but I don't want the CEO to be he's feeling defensive now. He just scratched his eyebrows and his chin too many times.
I'm glad you picked up on that.
Hey, you know when it comes to facial expressions, when it comes to energy, I read facial and energy all day. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta say nothing just about what you're saying.
That's my baby brother, and I love him to death, and I know I'm gonna make a change. I know it's gonna make a change because me and Steve and my little sis, we working on him, and he gonna get there. I promise you, he gonna get there. He gonna get there.
We ain't gonna leave Steve out of this either, though. Steve over there is quiet and stuff, but we ain't gonna leave him
there. Hey, I'm trying to get myself back together and stuff. We hit that treadmill and everything. So
yeah, but this is the perfect time to throw it to you so you can direct the way you want this conversation to go. So, as the CEO, what are some of the things that you want to? I mean, I know. As a company and personally, we done went through things. We're going through things. We're going through the expansion. So I'm throwing it to you, and you point us what you want to talk about as far as where Shield of Valor is at and where we're going. Maybe a next 6 months plan.
All right. First and foremost, I'm finding every last one of y'all for everybody that's $25 for messing with me.
Put it in the jar. We're gonna put it in the jar.
Yeah, where's the jar? Give me the jar.
It's gonna be a jar. Watch. It's $25 for everybody. Each time y'all come for me, $25.
The rule
now
also
on the important though. Excuse me.
The rule applies.
I didn't even say nothing. See,
you're hilarious. You really are hilarious, though. You really are, bro. Yeah.
Who, me?
Yeah, you are.
No, but on a serious note, for the next 6 months, okay, let's bring it down. For the next 6 months, all right, I would like for us to start implementing some programs for these kids. All right, things that we can do. Now I have a friend of mine that I went to school with that's in Las Vegas right now, and she works for the Student Business Institute out there. And we had a brief talk with Steve, and they're implementing a program to where we can get the kids involved in summer or after school work programs. All right, so majority of them probably want to do probably like a lifeguard or something like that. So by us having CPR instruction and we can certify them in CPR, they'll be able to go and work for these water parks that's out there in Las Vegas. They will pay the company to do this. All right. So this is something that we can we can implement. We also have something in the works with the Catholic schools as far as CPR training. All right, training the staff and the students. Hopefully, we can get the staff out the way, but then the students as well too. All right. What I wanted to do with my sons was start them a pressure washing business, just so they can understand what running a company is like at the age that they are right now. My son Daniel is right there snoring on the couch right now, so I told him that I wanted him to sit in this one, but I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt because hey, this is the last week of summer for him, so I'm gonna leave that to where it is right now. But this is what I want to start doing. We can start implementing some things for the kids so they can start having or knowing the value of $1. Also, mentorship. We have our nonprofits, but the mentorship that I'm thinking about is we're able to go to their schools. All right, sit with the principals, sit with the teachers, sit with their counselors. You know what I'm saying, and find out what's going on with their education, what's going on with the classes. Now, from study shows and what I've seen, boys actually learn while they're outside courses, outside classes, preparing them for manhood. All right, ain't no boy really gonna sit in the classroom for a long period of time.
I agree with that.
Ask me how I know.
Right.
I do a lot better. I do a lot better on online classes. You know what I'm saying? While I'm outside or something like that. Now, granted, I am intelligent, but I like to get my hands dirty too.
Yeah.
Don't get it twisted. I can get in the yard with the best of them. All right. I can dig a trench. And I can stucco a wall. I can, you know what I'm saying? I can lay down flooring, patch up a wall. You name it. I know how to do it. All right. Because it's called marketable assets. And we want to give them marketable assets. We're not leaving the young ladies out. And please, ladies, I'm not being chauvinistic right now. I'm just talking about our young men right now, because where our young men have fallen right now is basically they're expecting a woman like mama to take care of them. And that's not how God created us to be.
Not at all.
We're hunters. We're gatherers. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, we want to do something where the young men can get back to where they're supposed to be. All right? And like what Steve and I are doing with Valor Elite is that we're showing the young men how to be gentlemen, but also we'll be showing the young ladies how to spot a gentleman and how to accept him and not kick him to the curb for the thug.
Right.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. All right. Ain't no thugs on this. We ain't. No. This is how. You know, chivalry is not dead. Being a gentleman is not.
Not at all. Not at all.
It's not being thirsty. It's saying that you taking male role that God gave me, and I'm softening it up to accommodate you as a lady. All right. This is what we're going to be teaching these young men.
That
and
part.
If nobody likes it, you need not apply.
Thank you.
You need not apply. If you don't like it, there's the dots and all of them over there. But upstanding young man who's going to add value to the community, that's what we're going to be producing. This is the legacy I'm talking about.
Yeah.
All right. So anybody else want to interject?
No, that's what you're saying. This is why we're going to be teaching our young men, like you said, to be at the end of the day, to be a man and be a gentleman, and teaching our our young ladies on how to spot a gentleman, right, and understand how to treat that gentleman. All right, we're gonna leave that to the ladies, but these are some of the things that we're implementing in our programs. What with Shield of Valor and with Valor Elite is like I said, mentoring them, because we have to teach our youth. We see it all the time on some of these kids are they're up here talking about this and that. They want a person to do this for them, but then at the end of the day, it's like, okay, you want this, you like say for young men, let's we see the talk shows and the TVs, how they want a man to be, right? So the gentleman said he wants, say a gentleman wants he wants to get a young lady, this is XYZ. He wants to do all these things for her. But then at the end of the day, it's like, okay, you have to, at the end of the day, prove yourself to her. And then we're telling the young ladies, hey, also you have to prove yourself. You want a young man to do all these things for you. Well, this is what, how to accept that. This is what a gentleman looks like. This is what a gentleman's supposed to do. He's supposed to be taking care and provide and protect you. But at the same time, you have to be in the, I wouldn't say necessarily supporting role of that. Not to say, they can't be doing certain things that, men do, but you have to accept this gentleman.
Yep.
Because he's going to need that.
They're
right?
gonna need. Yep.
So if you're not, well, I can do all this by myself.
Go ahead. Bye.
Okay. All righty then. No one said you can't do it, but the question is, why would you want to do it by yourself? So these are some of the things, like you said, leaving that legacy. So, but that's my interjection. But you go ahead, Jason, or anybody else that wants to interject.
We want to get them away from that mindset. I want the 3 6s. I want them 6 feet. I want them having 6 abs. I want to make 6 figures. You want the devil, okay? That's 666. That's the devil. So you want a devil.
I don't necessarily say that's the devil, but I get what you're saying.
No, I'm just saying. No.
Yeah, that's a different take on it too. Because he's got a point there. Because I was
I get what he's saying. I get what he's saying.
You want a devil. You want somebody to basically look at the other woman, have you, and have another woman on the side. That's what I mean by that devil.
No, I get it.
Right.
I get it.
You know what I'm saying?
I just want to know. I always speak up for that because I know people that don't have all that.
Right.
I know people that go to that preach at the pulpit every Sunday and they the devil. So you know what I'm saying?
Say it again, Tony. Say it one more time, Tony.
I'm probably when I come from a very religious background. I am not part of that background, but I do respect and understand it. But I've seen it from both sides. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, and I have people that the way they look at me, because I'm not in church every Sunday, and they look at me crazy. But I'm like, you in church every Sunday, but I'm in the streets and I'm in these kids' lives and I'm doing more stuff than you could ever think about doing.
And
so
that's what I love about you, because
you report to
there's so many Christians that's going to hell in church pretending that they are damn Christian, and they're not, and they're out here gossiping about everybody. They're out here backbiting and being bitter with everybody, and you out there doing God's work and being a true believer of God in Christ. That's the difference. And you're right. You are so right, Tony. And I cannot stand those hypocrites myself. I'm not a member of any church right now in Texarkana, because some of these same preachers were out here, and their mothers and the mothers of the church were allowing these men to inappropriately touch these children.
Yeah. So I just like to make sure that we keep it even and balanced, because I don't want us to ever get the portrayal that just because you're in church you're great. That's definitely not true.
And that's another thing too I wanted to bring up as far as over the next 6 months. We're going to be doing intelligence on everybody. All right. We're going to do intelligence on everybody. What I mean by intelligence, look at everything that they're doing. Find out about them. We're about to vet everybody that come around these kids. Yeah. All right. We want to vet everybody that come around these kids. I don't care who we working with or whatnot. We would
agree.
We would like to vet.
I agree 100,000%. I agree. I'm with
All
that.
right. Because if we getting ready to go and grab these babies and bring them home, it starts with us being in this community. That's how we get our intelligence. But another thing too, I want to be able to. We want not I. Forgive me. I don't want to say that. What I would like for us to do as a company is over the next 6 months, whoever we come across that talk about they want to help or do anything, we're gonna do backgrounds on everybody. Everybody's about to be heavily vetted. All right. Yeah. And that's a goal that I would like for the company to do. Everybody that's in this higher echelon right here, missing a couple of people, but we want to make sure that all of these people that are coming around these kids don't have an ulterior motive.
Right.
And I'm going to set up a database. I'm gonna put them within the database, and I'm gonna share with Eric. All right. Share with our buddy, and just so y'all know, we do have some friends in very high places.
Yes,
we got some friends in very high places, and we got some friends
in
the 3-letter alphabet agencies. All right, so we already got the green light from DHS. We're gonna let y'all know right there. We got the green light to do what we're doing from DHS itself. All right. So, with that being said, because this company, we are an executive protection company, but we're also a rescue company.
Yes.
We are a rescue and recovery company. We are going after these traffickers. I don't give a damn what they, excuse my language, I don't care, because I don't care about them. Anybody that hurts a child, anybody that comes for a child, anyone that does a woman the way these ignorant... We're going to have a swear jar too.
Yeah.
We're going to have a swear jar too.
I got to pull you back. I'm back.
We're going to have a swear jar too, because I know me. Because when I start talking about this, I get mad. But
no swear jars, please.
Remember how you have to pull me back? I'm pulling you back. I'm pulling you back.
She looked like y'all gonna bankrupt her. She said no.
She said no swear jar. No swear jar. But I'm serious. I don't have.
Yeah, there's no wiggle room with that. And we,
right.
You know, as we've already been through that personally when y'all came to Texas. You know what I'm saying? And y'all see it with the stance I took, and I went against, strangely enough, a lot of my community where I thought this was just a normal reaction, and people was giving me like, well, he did his time. I don't care about no.
We don't care.
And let me make this clear. Let me make this clear, because I guess it can be a double standard. I'm from the streets. I left my mom's house at 12. I met my first.
Wait, back that up. Did you say 12?
Got us started.
No, did you say the number 12? Is that what I heard?
Yes, ma'am. That's the last time I lived with my mom.
Are you Tony?
I started running away at 10. I never went back. At 12, I never went back.
Were you in the United States?
Yes, ma'am. Right here in Temple, Texas.
Did you hear this baby? 10 years old?
That's when I started running away. At 12 is when I never went back.
Why were you running? Can you tell me why you were running?
Now I realized back then I didn't know why the reason, but now it was because of the programming that my mom was doing. My mom was a great mom. So and even in my book, I talk a little bit about it.
You have a book? I need that book. I need this book.
Yeah. I'm writing another one right now, but I talked about it. I think it was the programming, because like I say, my mom, she's a great mom, and she taught me everything when it comes to church, but she didn't tell me how to survive in America as a black man. And I think, and a lot of these boys, that's why I understand a lot of these boys that run to the streets, because I ran to the streets, not because I want to be this biggest gangster or this killer. I ran to the streets for one, the guy showed me how to make $100 in an hour. That just made sense to me. You know what I'm saying? So,
hey, now you know I'm a money woman. Hell, if I was you, that made sense to me too.
That made sense to me. And another thing was just the masculinity. She was a single mother, and I was looking for a man. You know, I was looking for that man energy, and I found it on the corner. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it was a couple different reasons. You know that.
Can I ask you, are you an only child, or do you have any siblings?
I'm the oldest of 4. Well, I'm the oldest of 5, but I'm the oldest of 4 from my mom, and then my dad had another child. But I'm the oldest. Yeah, I'm the oldest. You know,
You have such a beautiful story. Now, you know what? Remember I told you, I don't want to get off the subject, but remember I told you, this is what my daughter went to school for. She's a documentary her. She went to be a filmmaker. So your story is epic.
oh yeah.
You got a story. And I love when Tony was telling me about you, Big Bubba, I'm not Tony. When Bubba was telling me about you, Steve and Jason, I said, nah. And then when I saw you, I was like, wait a minute. He got them gold teethuses and stuff. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
They
I,
were lying.
I, I,
So
I lived a certain life, you know what I'm saying? And that's what I think, that's what my strength is, especially when it comes to like this company. I never protected no embassies. I never did all that stuff, but I understand the mindset. Like even Stephen Jackson, y'all remember at the event, I had some of my street guys, they was like, you got the police here, you know what I'm saying? And it's my job to get them.
What police?
Stephen Jackson, they was walking around and
they
talk about us.
But that's just, I'm just saying that's the mindset that I had too when I was younger. Like, who are these policemen? Like this and that. And so that's the bridge that I want to instill in them, because when you go back to the Fred Hamptons and you go back to the freedom fighters back then, they was 18, 19, 20 protecting their community. Now our youngsters don't even understand about protecting our community. They raising hell in the community. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to switch that back to that. No, this ain't no police. This is our protection for our people. This is how we protect ourselves. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
you know what? At your stories like yours, because I'm a single mother of 2 boys, made me do the things I did with my boys so they would not do that. You know what I'm saying? So with stories like yours that influence me, like, okay, you're doing this by yourself. Don't like read these stories, find out, dig into these stories, and see what you need to do so your own kids don't end up like this.
Yeah, and I had one parent. She left me a big review on Amazon. She's crying and stuff, and she said she let her boys read it because their dad was in prison because he tried to kill her. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
so he was raising them. But the book I wrote now, it's not a huge book because I wrote it for the youth. So it's like straight to the point because, you know, youth don't want to be reading all day. But the title is called The Streets Lied to Us. And that's just the mindset of everything that they think that's hip, that's hard, that's gangster. That's how I used to believe that. I used to look forward to going to the penitentiary because all my partners was in there. So I thought that was, not because I'm a tough guy, it's just because that was just the norm. In my community, you would get money, you would get women, you would go to prison, you would come back out swole and do it again. So I just thought that was normal. I was looking forward to it because that's normal. So when we see a lot of these kids doing stuff, we call them crazy and this and that. When we don't understand that environment makes them think that craziness is normal. So I think, you know, so that's the part that I try to focus on, not the blame of this and that of these kids. It's the blame of the environment that we got these kids in that makes them think that, oh, if I go rob it. I had a kid, this 16-year-old got killed last year in Temple for breaking in cars, and I knew some of his partners. I was like, why he's breaking in cars? They were like, I don't know, just something to do. I say, ain't no money in there. They say, we know. So they're just doing dumb stuff just because they don't even have a really, like when I was on the corner, it was to get money. I didn't want to hurt nobody. I didn't want to break in no houses. I didn't want to do no harm to nobody. I guess you can say if I'm selling drugs, I'm doing harm. But to me, it was already doing it anyway. So not a justification, but I feel like I'm not going out my way to harm nobody. These kids, they'll run up in your house, they'll rob you, they'll bust you upside the head. I never in my life thought about doing anything like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a different version of it. So that's why I tell people all the time my nonprofit is like the most gangsterous nonprofit, because we have to be real and gangster with these kids that's in the streets to get them to come out of that. You know, not that like when I deal with a kid, I'm not going to tell a kid stop selling drugs because it don't make no sense. Because if you told me that when I was young, I'd be like, man, get your old stuff out the way. But what I will do is say, hey, look, my mentor made $100,000 in the stock market today. That will get them out of the streets faster than me telling them to get out of the streets.
Right.
Right.
You know? So yes, ma'am. Go ahead.
I'm gonna tell you.
Hold on, Jason. We I can't let y'all over because she's the most soft spoken. So I see that it's hard for her to get her little voice in. So I want to make sure that we make
Who's soft spoken?
Well, she's playing that way anyway.
Who's soft?
Yeah.
None of these two.
We go ahead, let Kumi go.
None of these two is soft spoken. No. Go ahead, Kumi.
All I wanted to say was when we talk about drugs and how it affects the community, I had 2 videos that I probably should not have taken right here in the corner of my house of a lady who she might as well be completely naked, twerking, and doing everything right across the street by the clinic, by my house. And that's
What?
drugs. I have them. I'll send them to you guys, but it's very graphic. But that's what we don't need. And I'm gonna call the police like day number 2. She needs help. And it's some old dude on a bike sitting there jacking off to her.
Oh wow. Wow.
Wait a minute, was it kids around, Kumi?
Huh?
Was it kids around?
Community, yeah, I'm pretty sure.
No, there weren't any kids around.
Yeah, probably was.
Man.
Right here where people do have it. And
See?
and they were both black. And I'm sitting here like, what? Like, no, like I should not have to be able to see that out my window. Just go into, you know. I recorded it from my dining room window. I was like, look at this. That's drugs.
That's another
I'm
level.
just speaking to your point because people don't understand how it affects a whole community.
Right.
Money. But it's also a lot of truth to what you said about when you said, hey, my mentor just got 100K off of whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's why I started, because the guy that I met at 10, 11 years old, he showed me how to sell dope. So I was like, okay, well, let me start something. So when I meet a 10-year-old, 11-year-old, I can point them in a different direction. Because if that guy would have showed me about stocks and real estate, ain't no telling where I would have been. But he didn't even have that knowledge. So that's exactly why I attack the community the way I do, from a whole different perspective. Because like just preaching at them, yelling at them, fussing at them, that's not gonna do anything.
A damn thing, and it never has. And the thing is, that's why my clan, my tribe has survived, because if they want to go outside of our tribe and say, oh no, the white man is telling me one thing, or if they say this other guy's over here telling me another thing, when they leave outside of our tribe, they lose their bearing. They lose who they are. And that's one of the reasons our families and our elders tell us, don't forget who you are. Did you know when I'm in the Marine Corps, I tell Bubba and Jason and Steve today, I said, listen, when they even had me booked, what is your race? I scratched out black and put Choctaw. I'm from the Choctaw race. I did that in the Marine Corps. When they would ask me on any application, what's your race? I'm Choctaw, because you don't have my box there for my tribe. I know who I am. And the thing is, when we have these children and everything that's going on in Mobile right now, we need each and every one of you. I specifically am so glad my sister Akumi is here too, because we're from the same tribe. These women need role models right now. All this sexy red bull crap that's out here right now.
I'm sorry.
I'm trying to clean up my cussing. Since I really am. I'm okay, because I'm trying not to use the F word too much. But I'm trying my best to make sure that when they see me, that they know all of the achievements and all the accomplishments that I've done is because my tribe has always taught it. It was fundamental. Even if you never ever use it, if an opportunity comes along, take it. And that's what I did with the private investigating thing. It was just a fluke. It was just a fluke. But after I started seeing Mr. Hightower come over there for a case that I needed, and then he worked for the White House. He was like the White House thing. I was like, it don't get no further than that. And then I'm already federal. So me working with him, Senator Dellums and he was a black man that was in the Armed Services Committee chair. Les Aspin, and then back then it was Janet Reno and then President Clinton was in office. President Clinton is right from my back door. He's from Hope, Arkansas. Hope, Arkansas is like 22 miles from Texarkana. Did you know that?
Yep.
22 damn miles. I got pictures in his front yard where he was born and raised. But did you know he got a child by a black woman too?
That
was the first too?
You wouldn't be surprised.
No.
I won't be surprised. Oh,
I've heard of that. I've heard of that for a long time.
If I put the pictures of that baby, that guy is 30-something years old. If I put his picture and President Clinton, they would look like twins.
Poor baby.
Wow. She said poor baby. That's messed up.
Yeah.
That's messed up.
So now all these elements, and this is why these elements are great. Because at first I was like, okay, I'm like, how am I going to mix with the Marines, right, Jason?
Right. Yeah, right.
You know, and that's why I love the mix, and I love and
don't get her started. Please don't get her started because she was in another branch.
Air Force. You can't overlook the baby sister. Now she's Air Force. I got a lot of Air Force in my family, so that's the baby sister right there. Don't be quick to this.
I shout out the Air Force too because that's an inside joke with me and Jason because I was on a podcast shouting them out and I accidentally said Army instead of Marines and they've been on me ever since. So that's why I'll be saying that Marines part. But no, I thank you for your service
every time.
Yeah.
You know we love it, and that's why we joke with it. Because my cousin is down in San Antonio, and then I got two cousins down there. My cousin Vincent, he's he was the like they call the Romeo because he's so pretty. But he retired Air Force. And then my other cousin, he's Army, but he's a police officer now. He was a sergeant major. So both of them are down there. But I always call them. I say, yeah, Air Force and Army, y'all hook up. We all Choctaw, so let's just use Choctaw. But their complexion of Steve, both of them. And so I'm telling you, this is my blood. And so diversity is my family to begin with. And we are the Moors, the French Huguenots. We are the Mew, those beautiful men. Look at Steve, look at Jason. Big old the Choctaw Cherokee. Oh my God. Yes. You can't beat that. And then look at you. And I'm so proud of you. I thank you so much, Tony, for telling your story. You have got to be on the movie screens, bro. We got to get the story out here because that's exactly what me, Tony, and Stephen are always talking about. These guys do not know how to be men because 2 generations were skipped over.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I'm a boomer. So me just turning 65 and I have, trust me, I'm beating up 35-year-olds and 30-year-olds. I'm like, listen, I could be your mom. Be my mom. But let me stop it.
Yeah. Tell me about it.
Anyway, but I love who I am because we don't care about that in my tribe. But the thing is that here we are. I taught modeling for 30 years, and most of my clients were the children of generals, colonels, officers, senior enlisted, and I did that throughout my entire career, making that extra money aside. And then my husband was an engineer. He had retired and he was a drill instructor, so he was already getting his retirement and making extra. You see the kind of money we were making. So we never had to cheat anybody or embezzle money like these white people do to try to be somebody, because we were who we said we were. My husband is an architectural engineer, and I'm telling you, when you start doing these things with these children, we had to show our children, how our Black children and our minority children, how to act when they're in a gala or how to act when they're at mess night. See, the only people would know that is people that's in the military. You won't know anything about that, Tony, because you've never been to a mess night. So we want to show you and these other children what it is to be at your ultimate, exquisite, dignified, classy gala that's called the military ball or the military gala. We want to show these children how to have proper manners. Etiquette is everything. My parents taught me that before I was even 3 years old. You say yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, thank you, no, thank you. My children, if I was in a store and I called the name across the entire floor, you know what they're gonna answer me? They're not gonna say yeah. They're not gonna say hi. Not my children. I promise you. I'll give you a bet right now. They're going to say, yes, ma'am. Not because I'm military, but because they respect me.
Yeah, and that was instilled in them.
We saw it firsthand. We saw it firsthand. So we already know Chalk and Heaven.
And that sounds small, but when you deal with the kids I deal with every day, you realize that that's not small, because these kids, I mean, I deal with kids that cuss at their parents, and their parents don't even say it's disrespectful. No, the parents is allowing it though. They're not even cussing at them. That's just how they talk to each other. And I'm like, hold on, Like I ran away. Like I said, I left my mom's house at 12. My mom has never seen me curse. She had never seen me, and then she still get yes ma'am to this day. You know, so that let me know what she instilled in me before I even left out the house. That was already instilled in me. You know what
That's
I'm saying?
wonderful. That's so wonderful to hear. That is so wonderful to hear. My children, the Bible tells me what I should do with my children. You teach the children in the way they should go, so that when they become older in age, they're gonna always respect you and love
Won't depart from it.
what I've taught them. And I have my best friends tell me every day, do you know you have the best children in the world? They are so obedient. They just love you. And what did you do? And I was like, I just raised them the way that I was raised. I was raised in love.
Yeah, just love, family, tightness, togetherness. The community I see now, like it's none of that. We don't have that. That's if you do see it, it's like wow, and that's sad that'll wow you, and that should be just normal, And that's one of the things I'm always talking about. We need to normalize the good stuff instead of like me seeing destruction, dysfunctional families, arguments. That's normal to me. So I'm surprised when I do see a family that's not dysfunctional and is operating on a higher level. That's abnormal.
I understand that, and I thank you for that. And that's your testimony. Please remember that, because when I meet families like you or young men and women like you, when I'm working with the domestic violence side, I need for fathers and mothers to come up and tell me their upbringing. Because I've got some horrible stories about 3 and 4-year-old children being taught things like, and I'm just leave it like this, biscuits and sausages. You know what I'm saying? And that's the norm. And this is not
I think it was buffering a little bit. I think it's coming back in.
This is so cruel to these children. But I love that you got a beautiful story to tell, and I want to be able to let you know, yes, we're here to love you and make sure your story is told so that other kids are probably thinking exactly like you said you were raised. You don't know any differently. That's your environment. That's the same way that those kids and what they call them, the hijab over there in Iraq, they're taught to start doing.
That's normal. Yes, it seems crazy to us, but that's their everyday. That's their normality, and that's
normal for them.
And that's one of the things I got from a lot of the parents, because I wrote a book for the youngsters, for the parents. Yeah, the parents be like, "Oh, I never thought about it like that." Because we only see them as us, like y'all out of control. That's the only way we see it. We don't understand the daily things that lead them to be quote unquote out of control. Or why do you think like that? Or why would you go do this dumb stuff? We don't get into the details. We just look at it as being dumb instead of why are you doing this dumb stuff? See, I look at the details because I understand it's layers to why they doing it. They just wasn't born just doing dumb stuff or born out of control or born wanting to kill each other.
But for those who aren't, they're also taking these kids from their families and putting them in these camps to do these things.
Yeah.
Right.
That's right.
Yeah, it's a lot of different layers to it.
I got two things. I got two things right now. We should bring back debutante. We should bring that back.
Oh,
okay.
Debutantes. We should bring that back.
Yeah. We
should. Only reason why I'm saying is because just to give them an insight on it, not shove it down their throat, but give them an insight on being a lady, on being a gentleman. You know what I'm saying?
Can I say something real quick?
Huh?
May I interject real quick to let you know that has never left? We do still have debutantes. Your niece, Chaka, is a debutante, and your nephew is an outstanding young man. That's the equivalent of being a debut gentleman. It's called the Jack and Jill programs of the pedigree. So yes, I just want you to know we do have those programs, and please continue because I can give them to you. Jack and Jill is the top pedigree and the Lynx Inc. That's the top pedigree in Black society. So
I don't think it's that prevalent out here.
We do have debutantes, okay? I just want you to know
that?
We have debutantes.
No, in the South, I think it's a bigger thing. But out here where we are, I'm pretty sure it's there. It's here, but it's not widely broadcast. It's like those the cream of the crop type of deal.
That's what it is.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Got you. And another thing, Tony, this is for you, bro. What I got to say right now, man, this is from my heart, man. You know, God uses certain different people for certain things, man. All right. God uses people for certain different things. And in the Bible, I was just thinking about some people. He used the drunk. He used a promiscuous person. He used a harlot. He used a murderer. You know what I'm saying? To get the message out there, brother. So don't you dare, under no circumstances, act like you don't bring nothing to this table. Don't you dare, not on my watch, man, because I'm not gonna let you, bro. We come from the same cloth, man. Because when we was out there with old boy, when we first came there, the old boy tried to be sneaky.
Who?
Oh,
Tony and Steve know what I'm talking about.
We'll talk about. We'll let you know because we don't want to take too much time.
Okay.
But he tried to be slick.
And that's the stuff we got to be careful for, because as we grow, it's just going to be more and more of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's something I just knew off top, and I just put it. But it's going to be ones that come a little bit more undercover or more hidden or this and that. So you just got to be aware of all that. Because that was. I'm still, every time I think about it, I still get upset about that.
You and me both, man. You and me both. I'm like, this Jack, I was like, this he gonna sit up here. We told you no to begin with, and then you gonna insert yourself into, and then come over to Tony's place. Like, bro, he don't want you here.
A lot of people think I'm crazy. Like, even what I'm going through now, how I switched up a lot of stuff, how I got a lot of people from around me. Like, I literally, and I don't know, maybe I watched too many documentaries and stuff of the Black Panthers, but I do be feeling like people are sending people towards me to infiltrate and to just do different stuff like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you know you're a pedophile, I'm not going to mess with you. Why are you steady trying to come around me? Why are you steady trying to engage with me? Why are you steady trying to, you know what I'm saying? Especially after we have a conversation, I'm like, hey, I'm not here to stay away from me, and you still start doing little sneaky stuff, and now it's like somebody sending you to set me up. You know what I'm saying? Like, and to tell me different things that I was getting told, and like it's on different levels. Like, it's even people that was at that event that's not part of my situation no more, because it just feels like a lot of people trying to infiltrate to really mess it up.
The one you just had, Tony.
I heard. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah. Was it the event that you just had where we were always there?
Yeah, it was some more infiltration going on there, but I nipped that in the bud. That's why I say it was a lot of stuff going on. That's why, like when y'all say it was looked great and all that, I'm like, they don't even understand what just happened. But it come with it. That's what I'm saying. I'm not even tripping, because I understand it comes with it, and that's like, I even get like, I got probation officers that's hating on what I'm doing because they kids love me more than them, and I'm like, but y'all get paid to lock up kids. I do this stuff out of my pocket. I go in the red to help kids, so we're not the same, So it's just a lot of different things that I have to deal with. So I understand as it grow, as I grow, as we grow, as everything we doing grow, we just gonna have to deal with that.
Yeah, that kind of segue to like what we're talking about what we're going through with Shield of Valor. Down in Texarkana with school.
Oh crap!
So because
I forgot about that. Ooh,
yeah.
I forgot about
so
that.
like and because like you talked to her, Tony, the lady Miss Brittany with the daughter, so like now they're trying to come after the company and stuff. But
that's gonna come.
I talked to Jason and Gunny. I'll let them go ahead, tell the story. But
well, I don't know if Jason wants, because that's what Jason was talking about before we started. I don't think he want to get into the details right now because there's a lot of things going on.
No, because if I start talking about a certain individual, because I know we got this podcast going on, so I don't really want to put nobody's name out there like that.
And I mean, this is a safe space, but as far as a company, we got to be careful because we still in the mix.
So this
is Wealthy's Gangster channel. We ain't tripping on that part. Right. But as far as the company side, we got to make sure we,
Yeah, because straight across the board. So this gentleman, and I'm gonna use that term loosely, by the name of I'm just saying, Brad Irving, who's the chief of school police out there in Texarkana, TISD. You know what I'm saying? This Mo Dirty.
Hold on. Let me slow you down. did we not have a conversation before we came on that you want to be kind of loose with what we're going to talk about and not get into it too deep?
Yes.
So how you gonna tell me that and then you jump out the window first? How does that work? How you tell the person don't drive off the bridge and you drive off the bridge first? How do we do that, Jason?
Okay, don't worry about it, man. Okay, you want to edit that out?
We're live. I have to go back and do all that. We're live. You know?
We're live.
So that's what we're gonna do. Because let me let them know. This is gonna be a security. We're gonna build up a security show. So we're gonna have a show on the channel that we come in, and some days it might be something that y'all just want to talk about. It might be something we're going through as a security company or whatever. So we'll definitely have more of that. But as far as I want,
we're not gonna talk about him because I didn't want to jump out the window. But
we can talk about the blur the name. We'll forget the name. What's going on and what's the treatment or let's talk about just the act that's going on that's not like
okay, the act that's going on is there's a child that's being discriminated against in the school district. All right, and we were called upon, tasked to look into that whole situation. And while we're doing that, the company came under fire because of this. You know what I'm saying? They didn't believe that we said who we said we were. All right. So it's been basically what you can say, verbal lynching, so to speak. I'll put it that way, a verbal lynching of the company. And they came after Miss Williams to the point where I'm gonna let her tell you what happened. I'm not gonna say nothing. I'm gonna let her tell you what happened.
Well, the incident happened on a Monday, and it was July the 8th. And so that Sunday, as I was telling Jason them, and I'll just tell you all, God gave me the vision, and I'll share that with you later. But He gave me the vision, so I was kind of prepared for this because I didn't know what was going to go down. But on that particular day, I noticed through my front door vision camera that there's something that was happening. And mind you, that my children had just left to go to work that particular day. Um, and this will be important when I backtrack on my story to let you understand how important the timing of everything was. Now that occurred about 3 something because my children you have to be at work on that particular day at 3:30. So when they came to my door, it was 3:31, and my children usually leave very early than 3:30. So they were already out by like 3:15. When I looked and saw the activity on my doorbell, I was kind of half dressed. The only thing was I just didn't have a bra on, but I had clothing on and I had on footies and had just got the, moisturizing and that sort of thing. But when I came to the door, I thought these police officers, because I live in a neighborhood, a very affluent neighborhood, and I thought that my next door neighbor, she was a warden of the Federal Correction Institution, and then 2 doors over from her is a police officer. And then if you go outside of, getting ready to leave my neighborhood, there's 2 other federal investigators and also another police officer. So I'm always feeling secure in my neighborhood. I'm just thinking that they're doing the normal, but no, they were here for me. And when I went to the door, I opened the door and I said, "Can I help you?" And I hear, so Miss Gamble, can you step outside, et cetera, et cetera. And I said, "Okay, what is this about?" And they said, "Well, no, can you step outside?" And I wouldn't do it. And this gentleman well, he's not a gentleman, but this police officer, I saw a female and I saw a male. And he said, we have to place you under arrest for impersonating a private investigator. Now, me knowing, I'm on sync now because I'm understanding what's going on, but I know that my camera is right there. So I repeat what he said. I said, impersonating a private investigator is what you're saying. He said, yes. And I said, okay, because I know when I get ready to go to court, I'm already thinking, 2 months ahead of him, what's going to be going down. So I leave and they take me in. And at least the thing that they did, the female, I said, would you please give me something to cover myself? And then I asked her for shoes, and she went in my house and got it. And she said, Miss Gamble, your house is sealed and it's locked and all of that. So they were kind to me to get there, transporting me there. And even when I was there, I will tell all of you, they were so kind to me because I have so many clients that I've helped in the last 20 years at Bowie County Bi-State Justice System, that when I got there, they were looking like, what are you doing? They were looking at me very perplexed, is the least I can tell you. But I gave them the look as though, go along with the program. Don't worry about anything. So my children come home and they don't see I'm here, and all they see is both of my phones, which I never leave without because of my businesses, and they see my purses here, and they are not traumatized from that. But the thing that I can tell everyone is that we did the calculation and we saw when the video was taped, it was at exactly 3:31 p.m. I'm already in the custody of the Texas County Bi-State Police Department, but this is the state department, not the local police. This is the state of Texas, from Dallas, Texas, at my door. And the reason we know that is because when my children came and did not find me, they found a card out there in my yard that had all the identification of the people who were here, which is what I'm going to be using as evidence in a court of law. So when that went down, and I'm already being booked and arrested, I only after I come back home, my children have gotten me bailed out, which is, a day later, that I'm going through all of my emails. Do you know what I find? I find an email from the very police officer that has started all this chaos, Brad Irving. And he's saying, Ms. Gamble, would you please contact me? We want to set up a meeting to meet you. Mind you, we already have a case, as Stephen will, when we go into this at another podcast, we already have a case against Texas High School in dealing with a mother who has a disabled child that they have restricted for coming to class. And that is a violation of federal law. When disabled children get into an altercation, I think it's on the law 504, they don't want to address. And in doing so, by us addressing the claim, the mother has filed a claim. She filed a claim through NAACP. She was trying to file a claim through NAACP and file a claim to the school, and they were rejecting her. So that's why Shield of Valor got involved. So back to where we are right now is that this police officer that had me arrested, he had me arrested, I believe, to try to shut down the case and to intimidate me, to make me think that it's going to go away. But what he did was he didn't fully vet me, because if one of the reasons I know that they were interested in us being investigators is because they not only called our CEO, my partner of our company, he called me the day that we were heading out to Dallas, Texas, the day that they called him. So he already knew that and had vetted that this company called Shield of Valor was a legitimate company. That's number one. And then when he called to say, hey, do you know Bess Gamble Williams, trying to slander my name at that time, he also validated that. So that's two incidents of evidence that we're going to have against him. But now when you come and because you're not getting your way and you just want to jump the gun and go outside of the norm of fundamental procedures to fully vet who you think is a mark. You didn't want to go through all of that, Mr. Police Officer. So you come and we find out, got an uncle that's in Dallas, Texas, with the State Department of Public Safety. And you get him and his friends to come to my front door to arrest me puts it at a whole different level. And that's what is going on right now. Not only did he, the charge is, Tony, my charge is impersonating a what? Private investigator. I've been a private investigator since 1997 when me and my husband did the course together. My credentials are in the Commonwealth of Virginia in Prince William County. And I got my license while I was there at Andrews Air Force Base, serving our nation's capital in Washington, D.C., when I was a recruiter there. See, when you get people who are just little county employees who don't really understand the federal government, this is the kind of can I say the word? Shiggity. I was going to cut. This kind of shiggity they get themselves in when they really don't understand grown people workspace. I'll put it that way. Because you got a kindergartner trying to think that they can run a college. It's certain steps you got to go through, and people, you got to understand that you got to maneuver and know the lay of the land.
For sure.
See, he wanted to go from kindergarten, Brad Irving, to college real quick and say, she ain't who she says she is. You didn't fully vet me. Bitch. Can I say the word? Did I say it?
No, you can't say it. No, but it's go ahead.
And so, because of your egregious mistake, it's going to cost so many people and entities and departments an embarrassment way beyond what you thought you were trying to do to my good name and my family's greatness. Oh, no. You talk about my chief, who was a general, and he is a Choctaw, and he is buried in the most prestigious cemetery in America, in the Congressional Cemetery, and his name is Chief Pushmataha. That's my ancestor, and he is a Choctaw chief and a general, and he rode beside General Andrew Jackson. Everybody can't tell that story. I'm proud of who I am, and I know who I am. So when this little biatch thinks that he wants to come up against me, as they used to say, and I'm not using it as a mantra, but he got the right one this time, who knows who she is, her history, and the greatness of her people. You don't play with me.
Nah.
We're the ones, the Choctaw. We're the first code talkers. And I even gave respect to one of the Navajo code talkers on my Facebook page. They were the second. See, when white men want to tell a damn story, it's a lie. I'm here to correct it. The Choctaw were the first code talkers, bitch.
Nah, I get everything you're saying, and like this don't surprise me. Like, and as the company grow, we're gonna get more of this. But this is what I tell Steve, and this is what I was saying earlier. After Steve was talking about, which her vision, her role is because they're gonna come after all of us in different ways. You know what I'm saying? Like they'll come after me as being the street background guy in this company. They'll come after Jason because of this, and this is just gonna come with it. Our job is to make sure we got our stuff together. Make sure we don't lead from emotion. We just lead from business. Like this is kind of like what I teach a lot of my youngsters that get pulled up. One
thing I want you to know, and I want you to teach these youngsters, and that my parents have always taught me, when you have to try to explain yourself, it's a lie. Because the truth don't take many words. It really doesn't.
Yeah.
You got to use a whole lot of words explaining when you're lying.
Mm-hmm. Or sometimes it's not just a lot. Sometimes we just over-explain because we're emotional and we feel like we've done nothing wrong.
Well, that might be, but in my tribe, there's
I'm just speaking in general, and yours is totally different. You got that under control. You did it right. You know what I'm saying? You just, hey, okay, this is what y'all heard. I go with you. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I like. That's what we have to do, because for one thing, a lot of us don't want to understand that we're prisoners of war. We don't like to hear that term, but in America, like I have people that, well, I went off on the police, I cussed them out because I ain't did nothing wrong, this and that, this and that, this and that. That's the wrong emotions. When you leave from that emotion, you are already finna lose. If you did nothing wrong, here go my license, here go anything else, my lawyer. There's no emotions. I'm not gonna fuss at you. I'm not gonna cuss you out. I'm not gonna do none of that. I'm gonna go through this procedure, and then, like you said, I'm gonna backdoor it, and then a lot of people gonna be in trouble for the day that y'all knocked on my door and interrupted my peace. You know what I'm saying? But you could have sit there and argue, fight, close your door. You could have did a whole bunch of other stuff that would have made the situation worse, instead of saying, "What? Okay, whatever. All right, let's go handle this." You know what I'm saying? And that's the type of way we have to run with this, because this is just the beginning. You know, like this what we're in, contracts be $500 million, or you know, like these be huge companies getting huge contracts. You think that they want us to get any kind of contract like that? Talking like this with me and this my background, and you saying what you saying and this and that. They don't. We're not even supposed to be at the table in this industry the way they feel. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna be that. We just have to make sure our stuff together, our paperwork together, our finances together, and the way we moving is just from integrity and everything on top. As long as we do that, all the stuff they're gonna come at us, we're gonna handle that easy. It's gonna be easy to handle.
Let me say this, and I appreciate what you just said. And that's because you achieve business from the street method, right? The others that achieve it through, if they have a means to have somebody to do it, they get it that way. Both are valuable. Both are epic. And I appreciate yours even more, Tony, because you had to come and learn it on your own, and you grasped that greatness. So that's why I appreciate you more, because though you get people that have families, and I'm not just talking about black people. I'm just talking about people with money. That's why you have so many dumbass people out here today. Their parents had money and they paid for them to have a title, but they don't know a damn thing. No. I like people like you. I like people like my brothers. You done went through it. You had the experience. That's what we have to teach our children. Earn it. Do it. You can't buy your way in this life. All money ain't good money. All money ain't good money. And if it's worth being fulfilled, earn it yourself. Go out there, learn the craft, do it, and then you will have so much fulfillment. It's unbelievable. Bible tells you got to teach the child in the way they should grow. And I'm telling you, you did it the right way, and I appreciate you. And we need more men like you to tell them, look, I tried to do it this way because that's the only way I know. Children are only the result of their environment. I work in this field. I work with cars for years. I've seen the damages that is done to the mother. I've seen the damages that's done to the children. I know what you're telling me. I've seen children that grow up like you. I'm telling you. And for somebody like yourself to come out like great like this, you are a superhero. You are a hero, Tony. And this is beautiful. And I'm loving you for it, because they need to hear from you. That's all they know. If that's all you know, that's all you damn know. And we hold you accountable for that.
And as we go, I definitely want to.
Tony, you froze, man.
Yeah. Bro, that's why I stopped talking. As we wrap up things for this episode, because I definitely want us to be bringing it back September 9th. Okay. I was just, I didn't know if you wanted me to post. I was looking at what you saying. I got what you're saying. Yeah, definitely. Let's keep that going. That's I definitely would like if we can set up a date. I know we have our Zoom calls for business, but just days where we can come up on the podcast and just keep getting out, and we can have different subjects, we can have different topics. I definitely want to get with you, because I was talking to your daughter on not last meeting, because I missed the last meeting, but the meeting before, about coming out there and doing something at the park, doing what I did there. So I definitely want to try to see if we can get an event before the year is out, get an event down there. I definitely would love to hook up something like that. And, That just, but as we end it, I want everybody to go around and say their last pieces or what anything you want to get off your chest or say as we close for the day, and we'll start with the soft spoken. It's like keep on saying that. Wait till y'all in person.
Hey, you see it in person. You
wait till you see it in person.
But the internet soft
She
spoken.
gonna make Samuel Jackson blush.
Okay.
All right, Mr. Anything you want to say, or just a recap, or anything that you would just like to say as we come to close?
Yeah.
Once again, she's like, look at her, Miss the VP of Finance. Let's get her to say it.
I'm trying to get my dog to be quiet.
Oh, okay. See, I go through that same thing. That's why I put him up.
Yeah. Well, I didn't. So, no, I really don't have anything to recap on. Just that I just want to make sure that all of our ducks are in a row, everything's solid. There can be no leaks. Nobody can poke a hole with anything. We laws are still. Because like Miss Gunny, I'm used to dealing with billion-dollar budgets, financial analysis, forensic accounting, teaching ourselves and whoever we help the youth how to live from the earth, how to heal themselves from the earth, teaching at what you spoke on, because that's how you grew up. There is a different way, teaching them that as well. I'm pretty sure there's something that I am not remembering at the moment. But to me, this whole meeting has been very productive and has brought some insight into probably all of our minds to other things that we need to be focused on as well. Also, yeah, I am very short and quiet, but I will bring. I'm gonna Miss Gunny. Miss Gunny gets going. I'm like, yeah, she said it all. Even though I went first, I'm always sure. Like, yeah.
And we're in the back, like, yeah, what she said.
Thank you, sis. I love you so much. That's my baby sister right there. Okay, and so when I'm saying cheerful, she know I'm just saying it lightly. But
Yeah,
if when I'm hitting on somebody else, I'm gonna get them. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna say I got thick skin. I'm good.
What?
I said I got thick skin. I'm good. I'm pretty sure me and Jason was at Kabul at the same time.
Oh yeah. He told me. Yeah, he told me about that. But I want to, and I just want to say to everyone too, I'm honored, and it's a privilege to serve with such fine company and fellow veterans. That's my main thing too. And for us to make a difference and be role models for Christ Jesus, and for our children out here, that's more important than anything. To let them see everybody ain't doing no what they call it, twerking in nobody's face. Everybody out here horn and slutting. Everybody's not here. I can go in to say and to anybody that I'm proud to be a woman that's celibate right now. So I'm that square that people that used to make fun of. I'm okay with that, because what we got to do is make sure that our children, another generation, is at least saved and know right from wrong, and not to lie like people are trying to teach this nation to do right now. And this political side of it, I try to stay out of it. My family's always been, of course, involved because, with political figures, but I'm one of those that always try to just help them, you know what I'm saying, in the shadows. And this is my time, I guess. The Lord is pushing me out in front. This thing that happened with me is going to be our hallmark. Remember this, because anything like this that I've been persecuted for, knowing who I am, it's going to be an embarrassment to all of these people involved. And that's what we have to harp on. And you're going to have the top story of it, my brother. You, Tony, before anybody, because I'm not going to speak to anybody but you. And this is going to be epic. It's going to be large, because now you're involved in all armed services. Now you got a school district and a person that jumped the gun. He wanted to be the lone wolf, thinking that he had a story that he did not. He didn't thoroughly vet me. Now I'm going to prove that he's a lie, and not only that, but he's a racist. So what you think this is going to do to my community and my town now? Now I got to bring up all my shit that I saved, because I don't throw shit away. I got all of the articles that they started writing when they had a racist incident, that and that. That's just the private investigative side of me. I kept all these years hoarding shit like that. Now I can go back and put the shit in their face. It's not Bess Gamble Williams' words. Those are your words you wrote. My mother always told me, the pen is mightier than the sword, and it cuts both ways. So that's where we are. When I start this process here, and my brothers are down here, September the 9th, it may be named Betsy-ville after that. But one damn thing's for sure. One damn thing. See, y'all be one damn thing.
Go ahead and say it. Tell them.
You hear me?
I didn't say sorry. Cut the check. That's what, cut that check.
Cut that check. Cut the check. That's it.
You don't need a whole new police force.
So every damn thing that we want to build and all that, what you say you need a new studio, Tony, you're going to get it. What you say, Jason, we need a new damn place for our domestic violence business, we got it. What you say we need this over there, we need something, we're going to do a fitness, we got it. And a holistic shop, we got it. Because these bitches from it's 4 entities. The school district,
Yeah.
The attorney, Miss Rhonda Crass. You got the Department of Public Safety, Dallas, Texas, the Texas County Police Department, and the Texas County Independent School District. And then I'm gonna sue Brad Irving personally, my damn self, just for. I'm gonna let all that shit, and then I'm gonna throw some icing on the top, just cause I can. See, my truth is so blunt, you can smoke it.
Huh?
1,002. Did y'all get that?
Yeah.
I got it all. I got all of it.
We got it. Yeah, we got it.
Jason's like, I got it too.
We got that one. Line it up.
Jason looking like you forced me to inhale it. I don't do that stuff.
You tell me. What the Holy Ghost is saying that? Yeah. That's my baby brother on that. Yeah, y'all know.
Hey, Jason smoked a few a little bit. Okay, so just yeah.
Yeah.
Let's let. I'm not that L7. You know what I'm saying, Jason? Yeah.
So,
but no, that's definitely, and I definitely want to bring you on. We'll talk about that more personally, you know what I'm saying, instead of like company wise. I want to dab into that. So that's something I like to do too. I did that with Jason and them. So I'm bring both of y'all on and just get more just personally who you are and what you do. I know you don't really talk that much on internet. Jason rolled his eyes every time we say that stuff, but if you would like to, I know Miss Williams don't have a problem coming on and talking. I got that understood.
I and don't know about it. You know what I'm saying? I don't work for no damn body. See, slaves work for people. I don't work for no damn body. Okay.
So, but no, I definitely CEO and COO. Do y'all have anything to finish it up on this 2 hour? This is the longest we ever went. We only go about an hour or so. You know what I'm saying? So y'all want to have anything to wrap up as we finish this episode?
Yeah. So my last words. We gotta as we grow, we got amazing staff. It's going to grow even bigger as we expand. And just like, kind of touch what we were talking about earlier, we want to show our people the greatness of, especially Black Americans, of greatness of all of us.
Yes.
You, Tony, Kumi, Gunny, and
Jason. Yeah.
And, our other two constituents, Miss Cooey and then Clemens, our other brother. That we can, not only come together to gain our skill sets together, but we can show our people, like you said, Tony, there's other ways, saying that you can go out here and make money. We want to make sure we're taking care of our people, our people in our company and in our community. and everybody else as well, other communities as well. It's not just
for sure.
you know what I'm saying. So
Mhm.
so yeah, that's one of the things that, like Jason said, our company's going to be about. We want to make sure we can take care of our employees, which, you know, our people that's going to be, as we expand, work with the company. But we also want to make sure we gotta enough to make sure the company is operational and stuff. So we take care of everybody else. So that's going to be first and foremost. But you know, to wrap it up, you know, we want to show the youth that there's other ways out here to make money or whatnot. So, with that said, I'll turn it over to Jason, to the CEO.
And Jason, I was supposed to throw you this whole episode, and I had to take it back from you because you got out of control for a minute.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, man. This is your podcast, bro. So that's
Nah.
This is your podcast, man. So that's why I just
You
like,
good.
Go do what you got to do, man. You know what I'm saying?
You know this. I'm doing that for you. You know, this is what this gangster. We can go there on here. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
I'm
most
doing it
definitely,
for the community's sake. I mean, for the company's sake. And then I
Yeah.
seen Miss Stevens, her eyes like. So like she talked to me so much, just by watching the way she's. So that's when I know, like, oh, hold on, did you just say something? Did we just do something?
She said, "Wait a minute." No, but the foundation is being solidified. You know,
For
as
sure.
far as everyone sitting here, and you know, once we get Miss Robinson and Mr. Clemens on, you know, on these podcasts or whatnot, you know, and then just show the full force of who Shield of Valor is actually, you know, is and who we represent, you know, then everyone will understand that, okay, this is a formidable company, but they come with integrity. They're coming with something to give back to the community with. They're not just all talk. They're just about that business. They're about that action. You know what I'm saying? And me personally, I'm already rich. You know what I'm saying? With the team right here, I'm rich already. You know what I'm saying? I'm not in this for the money or nothing like that. I'm in this because, number one, I want to get back to my community. Number two, and also another thing too, this is a second chance company as well too. That's what I want to point out. That those who are, you know, this is on a case by case basis. You know what I'm saying? As far as felons are concerned, we are a second chance company, and we will be making sure that we vet everyone that's coming in that's from the penal system. You know what I'm saying? And also, like I said, this legacy is going to have to stand. And we got to, there's some things that we all got to do, you know, that's going to impact our communities or whatnot. And also, on September 9th, I would like it if we all were there, suit and everything, suit, tie, everything, looking like, you know, on behalf of Miss Williams, looking like the executives that we are.
Please.
I'm gonna make sure. I'm gonna make sure that everybody has a badge. I'm trying to make sure everybody has a badge. You know what I'm saying? So we all walk in there.
You know,
and
it's don't get me here with no impersonation, guy. You know what I'm saying?
No,
they might have a real charge on me. You
Tony,
no, you good.
No, Tony. After August 20th, brother, you won't have to worry about that.
Okay.
Right.
All right.
After August 20th, you won't have to worry about that. So believe me on this one. I'm looking out for everybody in this company.
It's gonna send white people in a you're gonna see people just falling down like a raptor. They're gonna be falling down with heart attack. They got badges, niggas with badges. Oh, Jesus. That's what's gonna happen.
But I want everybody, if you got a nice pantsuit, you have a, you know what I'm saying, business. I'm not talking about, we're gonna look like we are the executives of this company, and it's like in,
yes,
you know what I'm saying, in, you know what I'm saying, in proximity for Miss Williams.
Thank you.
Show them that, hey, this company is about to be reputable, but you're not about to sit up there and try and intimidate us in any type of, you know, shape, form, or fashion. It's not gonna happen.
Right.
Okay. And with that being said, I'm gonna turn it over to you, Mr. Johnson. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I'm letting y'all wrap it up. She raised her hand. You got some more words to add on that?
And that day, my daughter would be everything is going to be taped, televised, and all that. So so that she get pieces of it for our commercial that we're going to broadcast after that. I just want you to know that.
All right, that's great, man. Well, I love that we got our first 2 hour. We got our first 2 hour show on here.
Yeah.
I'm glad to meet you, Miss Stevens, and glad to see you again, Miss Williams. I definitely want to talk to you about setting up an event. So maybe when we do come out there September 9th, after we go to court and you make them look crazy or whatever, we can go look at the park or do things to start putting that event together. So we have time to start working on that too.
Well, I certainly hope that you can come. I would love to have you, Tony.
Yeah, I see I'm buffering again. I'm waiting for it to come back.
Okay.
Hello?
Everybody good?
Yeah, we was waiting for John.
He's waiting for his camera to start buffering. Yeah, it's buffering.
Y'all waiting for me?
No, we're no Tony. We're no Tony.
Oh.
I'm back. Okay. So I don't know what that's about. Hey, I don't know if that's them up there in Texarkana like bugging the computers or what. They you know what I'm saying?
They're not that smart.
They really are. They really are. Jason said they're not that smart.
No,
He's not talking about my baby, but no, they're not that smart. They really aren't.
No, we're talking about them. We're not talking about heaven. Heaven is.
But I definitely.
We ain't talking about heaven. We're talking about them people that's stupid.
They really
That's
are.
crazy. But I want to thank y'all for coming on. Let's make sure we stay in touch. So we'll be on the call with Monday, right?
Yes.
Yeah, Monday 6:30.
Monday 6:30.
Or 8:30 Texas time. Should be 8:30 Texas.
Steve?
Say what?
Who's gonna set it up? You or Kumi or who or Choctaw? Are you gonna set it up?
Yeah, I can set it up. I can, the Zoom link.
Thank you so much. Hey, can we get y'all to take us out in a prayer, please, before we depart?
Okay. Yes. Yeah, no problem.
No problem.
Who?
Okay, who's gonna volunteer? I was gonna say Bubba, either anybody.
I'll do it.
All right.
I'll do it. Lord Heavenly Father, we just thank and praise you right now, dear Lord, just for this time of fellowship right now, dear Lord, for this time of coming together as a group, as an organization, but also a family, dear Lord. And we thank you for being in the midst of us right now. For you said in your word, where 2 or 3 are gathered together in your name, there will you be in the midst. So, Father, I thank you for every vessel that is right here on this line right now, Father, in the name of Jesus, that have been added to Shield of Valor's organization right now, dear Lord. And we just ask and pray right now, dear Lord, that you strengthen us daily, that you take us from this place, but not from your presence right now, Father, in the name of Jesus, dear Lord, and that you move according to how you're going to move for this company, what you call this company to be. And Lord, this we ask and pray in your darling Son, Jesus Christ's name, dear Lord. For these we give you thanks right now. Amen.
Oh, I love that. Thank you, bro. That's beautiful. Thank you.
Well, I guess I'll see y'all Monday. Let's stay in contact. Let's stay building, and let's just keep going forward.
All right.
Do it.
Yeah. I'll see you on Monday.
Salute to my Marines. Salute to my Air Force. You know what I'm saying? Salute.
All right.
All right, man. I'll see y'all soon.
Take care.
Love.
All right, take care.
I heard Air Force.
Like, how do I get off this thing?